Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. So today's kind of a funny day here in the United States. Yesterday was a holiday, Labor Day. So a lot of people only have a 4-day work week. So I'm always confused on these weeks. Let me know if you are, because I'm thinking it's Monday and then it's like, no, wait a minute, it's Tuesday. So happy Tuesday. And as always, I like to jump on here and either share a tech tip or something that will help you scale your business. And today, I'm sharing a fun little thing about defining your product ladder. When I meet with people, whether it's just a free consultation or I'm actually delivering a full built out kind of systems project plan for them, the first thing that I like to do is look at their product ladder. Do they have one? How well is their product ladder mapped out? Is it serving them? And most importantly, is it serving their ideal customers? So I thought, let me just talk about what a product ladder is. And I'm getting this crazy little internet poor signal thing. So I hope I don't have to re-record this, but if you happen to jump on your live, let me know if you can hear me okay. So let's first talk about what, excuse me, what is a product ladder? Sometimes people will refer to this as a value ladder. If you're watching on replay, let me know if you've heard these terms and what you think it is. Basically, in a nutshell, a product ladder is a variety of services, products, consulting services, packages, whatever it is that you offer your clients. And so the first question is then, okay, let's define it a little more. And why? Why do you need this product ladder for your peeps? When you think about it, when people come into your world, they're at different stages of their journey. So they might just be starting out in their business and you have something that caught their attention. And so they're jumping in. They want to learn more and they think that you can help them. You might have somebody else that's further along in their journey. They don't need those beginning things, but again, you still have that expertise that could help them get to the next place. So you see, and this is constantly changing, right? People might come into your world as a newbie or a beginner, and then all of a sudden they're moving along, they've gained more experience, and now they need something else. Another reason, which is so important as we're building out our product ladder, is the market changes, the market shifts. All of a sudden, maybe, excuse me, there's a new gap in the market that wasn't there before for whatever your ideal client avatar is, right? So you always have to keep your ear to the ground and listen and see, is there something new out there that people need help with? And I mean, you could just look around. Any product, any service that's offered is because there is a need in the market. And again, with the digital products, things are constantly changing. Just pay attention to what is it? What's the problem that all of a sudden maybe it wasn't here 3 years ago, 2 years ago? In the digital age, things move so quickly. So just look at how are things evolving in this digital world and what kinds of things do people need help with? And then if that's in your zone of genius, then could you add another product or another service to your product ladder, right? Now, when we look at starting to define what our product ladder is, one thing you want to think about is it's nice to have a little taste tester, right? So, you offer that freebie, but you want people to start turning over their hard cash. Well, before they're going to give you $2,000, they might feel more comfortable giving you $29, right? So if you create something, in your product ladder that's an easy win. So the important thing is you want to make it an easy transformation. Just pick one little thing that people are having trouble with in your ideal market. And can you give them an easy fix, an easy win? And again, it doesn't have to be rocket science. A lot of times we get caught in our own head because we think, well, this is so easy. Anybody could do it. Anybody could search on YouTube to get this information. That's true, but you are jump starting that whole process. And if you've had people in your world, maybe they're getting your freebies or reading a blog or watching your videos, then they're starting to build that know, like, and trust. So can you give them an easy win at a low price offer? So that would be something on the lower end of your product ladder. And what does that do? Excuse me. Again, it gives them that taste of how you can help them. And really, it brings them closer to you, closer into your world. And then they realize that, oh, she's speaking my love language, right? She has something that will help me get to the next step with my business, whatever it is that they're working on. So it gives them time to get to know you, to understand how you work and see if there's a good mesh. Now, there's also, when you're building your product ladder, you want to give people different opportunities, because not everybody coming out of the gate is going to have $2,000 or $5,000 to invest in your services. I build funnels. That's one of the things that how I help people. I also teach people how to build them. So not everybody has $10,000, $15,000 to invest to have their complete funnel system built out. So what products and services can I offer them to give them a quick win, to help them get closer to their end game, but closer to their budget, especially if they're starting out? $10,000 versus a couple thousand, it's big night and day. And somebody brand new to the world, maybe a $29 package is scary enough for them to make that dive, right? Another reason why it's really important and it's good to build out a product ladder is it's a great way to kind of reuse and recycle your information. So what do I mean by that? Let's say you've built out a full-fledged course. Maybe it's 8 modules, it's self-paced. If somebody does it once a week, it's an 8-week program, or, if they have access to it, they could binge watch it. But for some people, maybe it's just too much information. One, will they ever get through the entire thing? All right. The second thing is, maybe out of those 8 modules, maybe there's only one main piece that they're struggling with. They just need to know right now, how do I do XYZ? If you take that course and break it apart, now all of a sudden you've got some bite-sized chunks that you can offer people. And some people, that's all they'll ever need. It's just that one little chunk. They absorb it and they go on their way. Where other people, maybe they'll take that, and then they'll take another one, and then another one, and then before you know it, they've consumed the whole thing. So when you're building out your product ladder, look at, is there a way of dissecting what you already have, and you could unpack it, so to speak, and sell different segments of that. Another thing to keep in mind is, us as humans, we love choices, right? Excuse me. And if you just give people basically one choice, what are they going to say? Either yes or no. If they say, well, I'll think about it, that usually means no. Okay. They're not convinced. They might not have the money, but if they're truly convinced you can help them, they're going to find the money. So if you only have one offering, it's either a yes or a no, or maybe later. If you have a variety of things, then maybe that really juicy, tangible thing that you want to offer them, maybe they would love to do that. But for right now, they'll take that lower hanging product that you're offering. then you keep them in your world, you continue to nurture them, continue to give them value, and then down the road, then maybe they could go to the second thing, right? Does that make sense? So if you're watching live, let me know in the comments. And again, as always, I'm using StreamYard. So you have to give StreamYard permission in order for me to see the who's posting. All right. So that's another thing. And then when you build out your product ladder, another super important thing to remember is it's much easier to sell to existing clients. So once somebody comes into your world, once they've trusted you enough to actually give you their time, their money, it's much easier to sell to them because they're converted. They love, hopefully, they love what you had to offer. And you've proven to them that you can help them get to the next step. So marketing dollar wise, it is so much easier and it makes much more economical sense to be attracting and converting people that's already in your funnel, people that have already purchased from you. So what other products and services can you offer these people? And again, think about their journey. Not everybody starts at step A. Some people step into the online world and maybe because of their professional career, they can kind of jump over to the middle ground. Okay. So make sure that you have something at every step of the journey. And if they've gone through everything, again, keep your ear to the ground and see what are the other gaps. Are there other things that you can help them with? Because if you make the offer and they love what you've given them before, it's going to be an easy win for them and you. So you always want to be providing value, providing something for them. Because, and has this ever happened to you? You've read a super great book and you get to the end, or even a movie, it was so good. And then you're just kind of feeling deflated because you don't want to leave. You don't want to leave the party. What else do you have for me? Can I help you clean up afterwards, right? So think about that. And so for the people in your world, even if you don't have something yet, let them know, hey, if this was beneficial, what else do you need? How else can I serve you? And then let them know, hey, I'm going to create something else. So always be adding value, always be adding products to your product ladder. So let's take some examples. So Apple, for instance, okay, you walk into the Apple store. Now they don't have hundreds of products, right? They just have a few, but they have a variety. And then based on what it is that you need or that you might want. And the iPad is an excellent example of their product ladder for that. When they first introduced the iPad, this was kind of like a brand new thing. Again, keeping your ear to the ground. There was a gap in the market, and Apple said, people want some kind of a computing device that does everything, basically, except talk on the phone. What can we give them? So they came out with the iPad, but they had the iPad mini, then they had the iPad regular. And then as time went on, what did they offer? I don't even know what they call it, the iPad Maxi. I don't know, the one that's really a larger screen, because they recognize that some people, they're using these as basically their work notebook, and they needed a larger screen so that they could see more things. Maybe they are interacting with clients, things like that. So that's an excellent example of bringing somebody in and having a product ladder at different levels. So if you didn't know for sure if an iPad was going to be your thing, you could get the iPad mini, not have to invest quite as much money. And if you think of some of their other products, of course, they've got the iPhone, the iWatch, they have all these little accessories. So that's just one example. Let's take a branding company, for instance. So they might have a freebie, maybe a free color matching template or something, how to pick your perfect color. right? And that's just free. It's something that makes it easy for people to come into your world. You're giving them a quick win for whatever it is. And then you might have a variety of services, variety of pricing. So you might have a low priced Canva workshop to help somebody get started with that. You might do an intensive, a brand intensive, where you go in and you look at what they're doing with their branding, and then you give them an intensive report at the end so they know what to do moving forward. Then you might offer done for you services. Okay. And then for the person that maybe it's not in their budget and maybe they enjoy doing things themselves, you might offer them an online course, branding on your own or something. All right. So that's just an example. And again, with my business, it's very similar to that. I have I don't know, I have a bunch of freebies. I'm always testing the market, which one works the best. Right now, I think I'm offering a free funnel planning guide that people can sign up for. And then I have a couple of very inexpensive courses. One is it's a little mini course on how to create basically funnel pages using free tools, 100% free tools. So that would be great for the person just putting their feet into the market, kind of testing things out. And that's like a $27 course. I've done workshops where we spend 3 hours together and we actually build the frame of whether it's Kartra or Funnel Gorgeous. And during that workshop, we build those main pieces. And then at the end, they walk away and they've got the foundation. I do it's like a mind mapping session. It's really a business planning session on steroids. That's a $250 product. All of these things that I offer, I recognized with my clients that there was a need for whatever the outcome was that we're trying to get to. So with my biz planning session, most people don't have like this vision of where they really want to go with their business. And I do something kind of unique and fun with mind mapping. And so it kind of created itself, this product. And then people walk away with a tangible business plan that they know exactly what to do, where to move forward to. My signature product that I offer people is close to 1997, and it's an 8-week group coaching program. And this program, it's a hybrid of me teaching, offering support, offering the accountability, the kick in the butt, so to speak, right? And actually helping them build the entire foundation that they need to run their business. So think of it like hiring a specialist to come in and build this franchise model for you. And that's what we do together. Now, that's my signature product, and I'm going to talk about that in just a second. A signature product does not always mean your highest priced product. As I mentioned earlier, I also build funnels for people. And if I built your entire funnel, everything, if you had several pages, it could range from 5 to 15,000. Just depends on how complex. I also have a couple of other products that I offer, done for you in a day services. Those are 1K in a day. But again, all of these different services help people at a particular place that they're at with their journey and what they're looking for. Now, let me jump back to talking about a signature offer. A lot of times when we hear signature offer, we think, okay, that means that's your most expensive service or product that you offer. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. A signature offer usually means this is what you're known for. This is truly your zone of genius of how you can help people. And if you've been in my world, you know that I've been a professor for many, many years. I love teaching. Teaching is my passion. Excuse me. And I'm on a mission to help people learn just what they need to know so that they can run their business without driving themselves crazy with all the tech. And so part of that is the foundation of teaching so that they can further on support themselves and not be chained to a developer or not be chained to somebody that they have to go to update their web page or their funnel every time. All right. So it's a little pricier of a product, but it's certainly not the most expensive thing in my product ladder, but it's my signature product because it's really my passion product. It's the thing that I offer that I feel that can help my clients the most. In addition to, of course, I do one-to-one coaching, things like that, but my signature product is my latest name is Funnel Foundations Accelerator, to help people build these foundations to accelerate their business. So as you're building out your product ladder, just a quick little recap, you need a product ladder. Now, initially, maybe you only have one. If you're just starting, you have this idea, the best way you can help people. But I want you to start thinking about what other services, or can you break off pieces from that to help people all along the way of the journey. And then ideally, you want to end up with a nice little menu, not too much, because we don't want to, really confuse our clients, not too much, and they all kind of want to fit together, but we want to offer them the different products and services that's going to help them every step of the way of their journey, as far as what your expertise is and what their main struggle points are. All right. And let me just end by saying, speaking of products and the product ladder, I'm getting ready to launch another little product. And again, because I see a need in the market, and this one's called, and I've mentioned it before, but how to create a digital product without the tech overwhelm. And it's going to be work style or workshop style, where we're going to be working together. We're actually going to build this mind map together, so you'll walk away and you'll have your own little business plan in place. But most importantly, you'll have your product ladder built and you'll know how to build this digital product. So if that's something that sounds exciting to you, I would love to have you join me for the live workshop, and I'll be posting dates. I'll have a couple of different dates on that. So if you watch this on replay, let me know what your favorite takeaway of this was. How are you doing with building your product ladder? Let us know in the group or in the comments, what are some of the offerings that you have in your product ladder? All right. Thanks so much for joining me. If you join me live or if you're watching on the replay, let me know. And as always, I'll see you on another Tech Tuesday, and have a great day. Bye.